Good morning. It has already been a morning around here.
It's been a morning. It's Friday, whatever.
September 9th.
September something, 9th.
September 9th.
If you're watching it today.
Live
Live.
right now.
You could watch it today later.
That's true. Then it would still be September 9th.
But
hello and welcome. If you are new to our channel, this is my spiel. My name is Cindy. This is my husband, Matt. We are full-time resellers, and all of our income comes from selling items online.
just say spiel.
Spiel. This is our live weekly recap. Ooh, I feel a little tired this morning.
We're both a little tired this
Wonder
morning.
why.
I don't know.
It is September 9th, though, which means the first week of September, first full week of December. The first full week of September is over, and Q4 has begun. Yep, that's all you got.
That's all I got.
You're just going to make me carry the whole show today.
Yup.
Awesome.
Yep.
So it has been a very, very, very busy week around here. Q4, in my opinion, does begin September 1st if you sell online, especially if you sell on Amazon. So we have already started to see those. Oh, you look like you were just going to fall asleep, sweetheart. We have already started to see those sales and started to see the velocity uptick, all the stuff start to happen, which is exciting.
I'm excited. Can't you tell? This is my excited face.
Every day, all day, people. Yes.
Nothing. I got nothing today. I really don't have anything today. I am tired. I'm wore out.
And it is just beginning.
I know.
Like the craziness has just begun. But it is exciting. It's exciting to see those ranks start to come down, more items start to sell quickly, profitability on items start to go up. That's all exciting.
It is, yes.
Because this is where we make the bulk of our money is in Q4.
Because summer was slow for us. Could have been not for you, but.
Well, and part of that is because we shifted gears and we took on some extra projects over the summer that all of the metrics say will benefit us in Q4, but you can't necessarily do those other projects in Q4 because you're already busy. At least we are. So in Q4, we will sell more merchant fulfilled items, meaning that we are shipping items directly to buyers on Amazon. And those items tend to sell very quickly. So just kind of get them in and ship them.
Well, in fairness, we go after the quick flip items. We don't.
That's true.
There
are a lot of opportunities for quick flip items in Q4 that can make you a lot of money
quickly.
That's why they're called quick flips.
That's all I got.
So that's our focus then in Q4 is those quick flip, make a lot of money in a short period of time. That's always our goal for Q4. So some of the other projects like print on demand projects, things like that, we tend to focus more on those during the summer when things are just slower. There's not as many opportunities out there. So if we can build out those print on demand catalogs in the summer, then that benefits us. In Q4, they're already there. They're just waiting to sell.
You're planting the seeds in the spring.
Or in this case, in the summer.
And harvesting the fruit in the winter.
Fall, or in this case, in Q4. So our summer was slow, but a lot of that is due to the fact if we had pushed harder against what we would consider bread and butter items, just keeping that going. But we are long-term planning.
Why are they called bread and butter items?
Because that's what sustains you is bread and butter. Did your grandma not give you bread and butter as a snack? White bread with butter, that was a snack. And it was yummy. I don't know. That's how I grew up, but nonetheless, we've been long-term planning, and our long-term does not include having to source so many items. If you didn't grow up with bread and butter, you're not Midwest. Thank you, Labrina. I appreciate that. True Midwest here. Here's a piece of bread with some butter on it. And it was always white bread. Because, yeah, white.
Because that's what you had.
Yeah. Yeah. There was no health issue there. There was no nutritional value.
Wonder bread.
Wonder bread with butter yeah, it was a staple. So we are long-term planning, and our long-term plan does not involve us having to have items in our house, having to ship items anywhere, having to deal with all of that. So that is why our summer was slow. But this week, specifically, as part of that long-term plan, I have been busy tapping away at the computer writing this book. Mm-hmm. So you have been doing a lot of staying out of the way. Mm-hmm. Because it's been a lot. If you try to, here's what I have learned. If you try to write a book in a very short period of time, it can be done, but you're looking at 12 to 14 hour days every day of nothing but
typing,
deleting, retyping, deleting, retyping. I also, Lorena's here. She's in the Discord, so she's already heard this, but I will share here also. Also found out that I am a fire hose. How I deliver information is typically like a fire hose. It just comes at you. I think a better way, though, of putting it a nicer way would have been that I'm a straight shooter. Maybe?
No, you are. You're a straight shooter, but when you have something to say, it needs to come out.
It's just like you asked me a question yesterday. I was live with our Discord, the people in our Discord, and they had asked about growing on Pinterest. And so I was like, all right, here we go. And I just fire hose.
And how many people told you to slow down? Or
oh no, like they know me at this point. They just mute, and it's just like they just know. Like she's just gonna whoosh, and then they ask questions afterwards. But yeah. But the reasoning behind that is I've done coaching calls for a number of years, and I always feel like if somebody's paying for your time, they don't want all of the extra. Like they paid you to answer a question, solve a problem, whatever.
It's like hiring a cab to take you to a destination.
Yes, you don't want to go on the scenic route.
You don't want the cab driver to drive you around all over the place.
No.
You want to get to your destination as fast as possible.
Yes. So that's how my brain has worked for the last 10 years now. Is just, let's figure out, okay, this is the issue. This is how we're going to fix it. This is what you need to do. Here's a plan for you. Here we go. When you write a book, you can't be a fire hose. So I've had to learn how to.
Well, you can. Like the first day you started that book, you were just like.
I did. I just whooshed everything down.
Vomited your thoughts onto a computer screen, but that was good because you needed to get it all out of there.
Yeah, because that was the meat of what the book will be, the base of
the meat and potatoes.
But then I've had to go back and
once again Midwest.
Yes, the Midwest is showing again. So yeah, but that's okay. Just learning how to dial it back a little bit and write the book from the perspective of, okay, you don't know me, so you don't know that I'm just going to all of the information at you. So that's a good thing. But I've been working a lot on that then. And then that is going to translate into learning more about KDP because I will publish on Kindle Direct Publishing. Also been working still on print on demand, playing around with ads there and how to get things to show and create more sales and all of that. all part of our long-term plan.
Lots of learning.
Lots and lots and lots of learning. You've still been working the KDP A plus content side of things.
Boy, I love A plus content.
Sarcasm.
It's so boring.
Sarcasm. But learning how to do that, how to best utilize that. Also doing work on social media to better utilize that to promote our print-on-demand products, create that brand over there. It's been a lot of work on a lot of things that we want to grow in the future.
Yeah, but I think we're already starting to see.
Oh, absolutely.
The social media thing starting to pay off, and that's exciting news. And
it's proof of concept.
Yeah.
We're starting to get those early indicators of proof of concept, which you need to reassure you that you're on the right path here. Like all of the research that we did, all of the metrics said, this is what will happen if you walk down this path. Then you have to have those places where you're like, okay, yeah, this happened. I'm good here, so that you know that you're still on the right road.
Yep.
So been looking for a lot of those. I have been doing Pinterest. Pinterest is crazy. Like, who knew? Certainly
not me. I would have never have known.
Pinterest is the second largest growing social media platform, second only to TikTok. I had no idea.
That's crazy.
Yes, that statistic blew my, like I knew people use Pinterest, clearly. I've been on Pinterest for years. I knew that people were utilizing it. I also knew that they have a new creator fund that is paying really, really well, which has brought a lot of influencers onto the site and then a lot of traffic from it.
Oh, maybe next week's live will be on Pinterest.
Oh, that's like a 3-hour long chat, so probably not. But yeah, so diving into that and diving into how to better utilize it. Already seeing some early
indicators,
proof of concepts there. So excited about that. But it's a lot of work.
Well, it's a lot of work because we're kind of new to it. I mean, you've messed with Pinterest for a long time, but never really.
Not in the way of growing a brand on there with the intent to sell a specific product. So that is a much different intent than what I was doing before. So yeah, learning how to utilize it with that intent in mind. So I've been working on a lot of that, a lot of shifting going on.
Mm-hmm.
When we sell our own products under our own brand, does that still make us resellers?
I think that makes us sellers, merchants.
Merchants?
Merchants.
We might have to change our identity. But we are still resellers today. Yep. That is still what is, paying our bills today. I listed 31 items on eBay one morning this week. You photographed them for me one day this week.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you are shifting, when you are going to that next stage, Matt, another thing to add to your resume. See, right. He's got model from last week. When you are making that shift, you still have to pay the bills today. So we are still selling on eBay. We are still selling on Amazon. We are all of those things that continue to pay our bills so that we can build.
Yeah, and that's why it's a shift and not a sudden right turn. I mean, you've got to kind of continue with what's been working in order to bring on something new.
Yeah.
You can't just immediately move. You have to slowly.
You have to plan it out. You have to know, okay, this is how much I'm going to have to do this month so that I can pay the bills. And then that leaves me this amount of time to do this or that or whatever. A lot of that going on here. That's exciting to me.
I know it's exciting too, because like your middle name is Shift. And refocus, and you're just not happy staying in one place ever. which is good. I mean,
I love learning something new.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. I am loving learning the Pinterest algorithm because I love to learn an algorithm. That's exciting.
Yeah, you do.
I love to create spreadsheets and data points and watch an algorithm and then detect, okay, this is what drives it. I love all of that.
Pie charts.
Yes, I love it all. So excited about that. But this has been our goal for a long time. I mean, you say that my middle name is Shift, which is true. But at the same time, our end goal has remained the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how we get to that end goal may have changed or been altered or whatever, but in small areas, not the overall goal has remained the same of what we want to do and where we want to go. So it's exciting. It's exciting to see the stuff start selling on Amazon fast because I know that means money in the bank, which is always good. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
And love knowing that we can do that while building this other thing. Like, what a huge opportunity. How could that not be exciting to you?
I'm excited.
Yeah, Labrina, you see his excited face? Because, yeah. But you are excited. You're being
silly. Absolutely. Yeah, it's exciting. You do the same thing over and over and over again, and it gets dull and boring. And it's nice to have a change and nice to see a new opportunity on the horizon.
Yeah. Well, and I look at where we were, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and how much we have grown and how much our business has grown, how much better we're doing today than we were then, and how much more time we have now than we used to. Those are all exciting things.
Mm-hmm.
We start looking back, and I've been doing a lot of looking back as I'm writing this, and all of the things that we did to grow our business and the reasons why we grew it and how we grew it and those kinds of things to get us to this point. But that's exciting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It is. It's cool.
It's been cool to see. And I think that this Q4 is going to be really good.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
we're already starting to see, just personally, we're already starting to see signs. This Q4 is opposed to last Q4.
It's going to be big.
It just is already looking much better.
Yeah, it's going to be big. If you are not selling on Amazon and you've thought about it, you've set up the account, whatever, like just sell through Q4.
Just try it.
Just sell through Q4.
Yeah, and I'm not saying eBay or any other platforms are bust.
No,
because
not at all.
There's very good opportunity there, but
yeah, as we start to, because we are both data nerds. As much as you laugh at me, we are both data nerds.
Yes.
And so when we look at similar products on September 9th, 2022 versus September 9th, 2021, all of the metrics are there for this to be a really good Q4. So I am super excited about that. And hopefully that translates into better profitability per product, so that we can sell less or sell the same amount as last year, but make more money.
Or sell less and make the same amount of money.
Either way. I think if you look back at your business a year ago, and don't think what a goofball you were, you're not growing. Absolutely. Can't wait to see how your plan goes as you continue to learn and pivot. Yes. Yeah. I look back at some of the things that I did when I was like just starting eBay.
Well, and you started back when cell phones did not have internet capability.
Oh yeah, like I didn't have a smartphone.
There were no smartphones.
There was no Terapeak. There was no data research. There was
none
everything
of that.
had to go onto an auction.
That's right. They were 100% auctions.
They were 100% auctions. Like third-party selling on Amazon wasn't a thing. Yes. So
I don't even know, was Amazon even a thing?
Amazon was a thing.
But they were just books.
But they were just books.
That was right. They were just books.
Yeah, they were just books. And so you had to, I didn't have a smartphone. You had to take pictures, get them developed, scan them in. Like it was a whole process. You had to write HTML to create a listing that looked, wasn't just a string of words all in the same font size. Back in the day, you used to put music behind them. Like, how cringeworthy is that? Like, every listing had like a different music that would pop up when you opened it.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh,
I don't remember that.
It was intense. Yeah, get them developed. Yeah, like actually go to the Walgreens on the 1 hour photo so that I could get pictures.
Do you have to do that? Really?
Mm-hmm.
So the digital cameras were not.
We didn't have one. They had just come out, but that's when they were super expensive. So we didn't get one until I was probably, I don't know, 6 months to a year into selling.
Mm-hmm. And I remember people used to send you cash in the mail.
Cash in the mail, checks. I would go to the bank with a stack of random checks from around the country.
Like $30, $20.
Yeah, they loved me.
I forgot about all that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was totally different. It was totally different. But yeah, I look at some of the things that I sold and I'm like, not only would it not sell today, like at all, because you could basically sell anything.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And everything sold because people were just excited to buy something online and have it show up in their mailbox, which is super strange to think about now. But everything sold. And so, yeah, some of the things that I sold that I would just never even touch today. But yeah, I shared on my Instagram the item that changed everything for me. Mm-hmm. And you probably don't even remember this because this was way before you mm-hmm. joined in. Was a Disney Mickey Mouse, a Christmas Carol, the Disney Mickey Mouse version of A Christmas Carol, VHS tape. Mm-hmm. And it was the first time I went out to actually try to find items to sell online. Mm-hmm. So I left you home with the kids and I go out to garage sales and I have $20 in cash because that is like my big spending budget. I'm willing to risk $20 on this venture, which may or may not work. And so I went to several garage sales, came up empty, and I got to one and I found this VHS tape and I thought, even if it doesn't sell, our kids will watch it because we still had a VHS player.
And the kids were little, right?
And our kids were little. So and it was a quarter. Mm-hmm. So I risked an entire quarter on this VHS tape. And it's July, August. I mean, it's garage sale season. So you could only put it up at auction. I put it up at auction. I probably started it at 25 cents or, just because I remember thinking, who's going to buy a Christmas VHS tape in August? Mm-hmm. And that thing, not only did it sell, it got bids immediately. And I think I sold it for $20 or $30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but 99 cents and $30.
Yeah. And I remember that was the moment when I went, oh,
I can make money doing this.
Oh, this is it. This could be something big. Mm-hmm. And so I will never forget that first VHS tape when it was the moment of, this isn't just selling things out of my house. This isn't just selling things that we've used. And so maybe you're selling them for less than what you originally paid for it, but you've used it.
Right.
This was, I can actually
you bought something with the intention of selling it and made money doing it. I remember when you first started, you saw a pair of horse riding boots at a Goodwill.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And you didn't buy them and you came back.
Because I didn't have a cell phone to look them up. I didn't know exactly what they were.
And you came back and were like, oh, these things are worth money. And you went back out and bought them.
And they were worth a lot of money.
And they were worth, you sold them for, I want to say, couple $100.
Yeah, they were worth $200 or $300. And I think they were $5 at the Goodwill.
Yeah.
But again, I wasn't going to risk $5 because I didn't know. I thought they were something, but they could have been nothing. And yeah, a lot of moments like that of, oh, this can be something. This can really be something. So it's fun to look back and see where you started and where you are today. and then start to think about how much further you can go.
And how much further you've come along.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And part of that has been because of technology. Like, I remember when I got my first cell phone and could look stuff up, and that was amazing. Because before that,
you used to call your friend.
Yes. And we had a code. So I would be in the thrift store and I would see something and I'd be like, is this good or not? And so I would call my friend, and it was Aunt Edna and Uncle Ed. So you would say, was Aunt Edna looking for this, whatever it is? And then they would be at home, and then they would look up online what it was selling for. And then they would tell you, yeah, Aunt Edna wants that. Aunt Edna will pay $200 for that. And you'd be like, all right, throw it in the cart.
Oh, goody.
Yes. Yeah. We had a whole phone tree that we would call each other. I had an address book, like an old style address book, where I would write things down alphabetically, like these are things to look for. Yeah. So a lot of that growth has come, man, I just aged myself horribly there, but that's okay. Has come because of technology and the advancements in the websites and
oh yeah,
all the different opportunities you have. But yeah, I love it. The original eBay community. Oh, the original eBay forums,
the boards.
Yeah, the original eBay boards. It was a whole different world. It was a whole different world. I have stories for days about those original eBay boards.
Yeah, you said that they weren't entirely nice all the time.
They weren't entirely nice. And one thing that has unfortunately stayed true is they weren't always honest in their information that they would give.
They're business owners and they're trying to protect their business. I mean,
yeah, not everything you read online was true then either. So I got some really bad advice. But then I learned, not everything you read online is true. Look at that. Not everybody wants what is best for you. So yeah, but this process of writing this book has been fun to look back on all of those different things and kind of recognize, this is the plan we set in place, and this is how we worked it, and this is what worked, and this is what didn't work, and this is how we map out, where we're going, where we want to be. It's amazing to me how many opportunities you have.
Yeah.
And how many things you can do.
Yeah.
I've been reselling full-time on eBay since December 5th, 2016. 5.8 thousand products sold. I'm learning. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's amazing. Like, think about, how much money you have made that.
Well, think about all the stuff you learned since you first started. I mean, I remember when I first started, I didn't know anything. I mean, you just kind of wung it, I mean, and you already had knowledge, but that was like in women's clothing. So I wasn't searching through women's clothing. I was.
Yeah. So we had to learn a whole new area in order to grow. And the Flippin' Hustler, that's awesome. Like, keep going, because where you're at today.
Yeah, you'll look back years from now.
It's nowhere near where you'll be like 5 years.
Yeah, you'll be like 5 years from now. You'll be like, man, that was nothing.
Yeah. I remember the first time that before you came to work at this business also, I tripled my net profits in a 3-month period. The first time I did that, and how that worked versus the second time I did it to get you home, versus the third time we did it, to increase income and then eventually pay for college for people. Those little ankle biters that continue to cost you money. It's living my life on my own terms that wakes me up every day. Isn't that true?
It's motivating.
Yeah, I'm averaging $1,100 a week. That's amazing. Think about, think about you're averaging $1,100 a week. How many people go to an office, they commute to an office, they sit at a desk with a boss that they hate every single day, and they make $1,100 a week.
You got someone else telling you that your ideas are no good and they're the boss. And
like, what an amazing opportunity this is. So very excited about all of it. Excited to be able to get this book out and get more people to recognize that they can not just even make $1,100 a week. You can, double that, triple that.
Yeah, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
depending on what opportunities you have around you, but there's always opportunities.
There's so many opportunities. You two are changing so many lives. I hope so, because we both worked corporate jobs that we hated. I had a favorite place to cry.
You had a favorite place to cry?
Yeah. We worked in the same office building. That front bathroom, because it was an individual, and mine was in my car. See, that's actually a pretty normal thing. Like, you have a favorite place to cry because it's awful. It's awful, and nobody should have to live that life. I truly believe that nobody should have to have a favorite place to cry in order to pay their bills. And while you didn't have a favorite place to cry, you did have more days than not that you just hated going.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
In the commute and getting stuck in traffic. And nobody should have to do that.
Yep.
Have said, I'm my best self since going full-time reselling and never wants me to go back. Thanks to you, Cindy. Thank you. I love that for you. I think everybody should have that opportunity to live life, like Flip and Hustler said, live life on your own terms, the way that you want, with your goals. And
everybody deserves to be happy.
Yeah. And not that reselling would make everybody happy.
Oh, no, this isn't for everybody. Yeah.
If it does, then my mom started selling at the age of 74. She's 79 and has over 1,000 items active. Go, Mom. That's the other thing too, is like, there's no age barrier. There's you have to know somebody. You have to have this education. You have to, like, you can do this. You can do this. You can change your life. It's very exciting to me, seeing people like Sabrina who have totally changed their life, changed the trajectory that they were on, and are so much happier now. That's what wakes me up in the morning.
Yeah.
That's what keeps me going, because that means everything to me. We shouldn't be the only ones we have so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
We have so much fun. Now, not everybody can work with their spouse either. And I recognize that.
Why are you looking at me?
Maybe you can't work with yours. I don't know.
Yet to be seen.
But we have an absolute ball. Once my family saw what I was doing, they get on.
You're lucky, because a lot of families don't understand. Yeah. Well, maybe not so much now, but when you started, they were like, that's a scam.
It's a scam.
It's a scam.
It's a scam. You're scamming people.
It's a little hobby. It's a hobby. That's what everyone called it. It was a hobby.
Yeah. It's hard because a lot of what we do doesn't look like work from the outside. 100%. Yeah. When I'm on Instagram, Instagramming, that doesn't necessarily look like work, but it is work. And you're absolutely right. It doesn't always look like work, and people don't always get it. They don't understand. And I know that our son and daughter-in-law, who now do this also full time, they have felt the same thing. People say, oh, you're home anyway. You can go and do this, or, you've
got all this time.
You've got all this time.
You don't have a job.
That's not really how it works. Most people just don't get it. But those people that do love it, totally agree. But yes, so this week has been busy with book writing. This coming week
is going to be busy with book writing.
It's also our son's birthday this week, so that's another fun thing.
No more teenagers.
No more teenagers around here, which is crazy. That's crazy.
No more.
I don't know that I'm accepting that. But yeah, his birthday falls during the week, and we don't have to worry about taking time off work or whatever. Everybody's just here, and we can do whatever we want. So We have that coming up this week. I'm sure we will be heavier into merchant fulfilling items for Amazon this coming week because that ball is just...
It's already going. Yep.
Yeah, that ball is just picking up steam. So we will be working on that. More print on demand projects, more social media projects. Yes. There are already so many merchant fulfill opportunities out there. You are not wrong.
Yep. And they're going to only get better.
And they're only...
Now, is this her first fourth quarter?
Labrina, I don't think this is your first fourth. I think you were around last fourth quarter. Yes, I think so. Yes. So I think that, oh, no, it's not.
So this is your first fourth quarter.
I did know that.
Get shipping supplies. That's my suggestion.
Oh, the amount of
Get
money.
extra shipping supplies. When you think you have enough shipping supplies, buy more shipping supplies.
You are in for the ride of your life, honey. Yes. And also just have like a full drawer of takeout menus. And just tell your husband, feed yourself, honey. Like, I'll see you in... I have a girlfriend who literally last year just said to her husband on like September 1st, like, I will see you in January.
Mm-hmm.
It's been fun. It's been real. Let's meet. Let's talk in January.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a deep freezer and prepped like a month of meals. That was smart.
Another suggestion is ordering your groceries.
Oh, yeah.
If you have that opportunity.
Yeah, don't go to the grocery store.
Think about how much time it takes to go to the grocery store and...
Yes. Well, and I will tell you the truth of what happened yesterday when I went to the grocery store. So I went to the grocery store, came home with like half of what I was supposed to buy because the grocery store had some items that I was like, oh, I might be able to flip those online.
Newsflash for me, I just heard about this little story. So
yes,
that's why you got distracted.
I was actually texting our son and daughter-in-law, and I was like, ooh, the grocery store has these. What do you think? And then I forgot half the groceries. So
interesting.
Which means I will have to go back, there goes it. Which means I will have to go back, which means I will get distracted again, and the process will continue. So, yeah. Order your groceries online so that you don't get distracted while in the store and forget half of your food.
But it saves you a lot of time.
It does. Mm-hmm. It does. I was listening to a podcast this morning, and the host said during Q4, try to delegate any tasks that are less than your hourly wage. That got me thinking, yes.
Yeah, groceries is...
Yeah, and that's actually a good rule of thumb then, even for all of next year. Like, we hire out all of our landscaping, like our lawn mowing, all of that, because when we look at how much money we can make in that hour, and things like lawn care, if you live in the Midwest, people, just do it on the weekend or whatever. Well, one, I want my weekends, but you could do that. But a lot of times it rains on the weekends. And so now you're trying to do it during the week when you could be working. And so the cost evaluation, we make more money if we are working on our business than if we're out mowing the lawn.
Yeah. And it provides opportunity for others too.
Yeah. So much. Yes. Snow removal, all of those things. Yeah. And then we're supporting, at least for us, we're supporting another small business, which we are very, very keen on always supporting small businesses. So yeah, look at all of those things that you do during the day and think,
can I make more money? Am I making more money or less money by doing these tasks?
Yep. Weigh it all out. But I must get and finish editing so that I can get it off and hopefully get that out soon. So have a great weekend. Oh, a great weekend. And go Bears.
Yes, go Bears if you're a Bears fan.